Hello, and welcome to this dynamic spiral stair asset for Unity3D video. Let me first show you what comes with the asset package. So here we go. Firstly, we have the instructions for the asset. There are two different formats: spiral stairs how to in PDF and docx format. The materials on the scene and in the package. 6 different prefabs for the asset, this scene in question, the functionality for the asset, so the create stair spiral script in C#, and all of the textures. The textures are added to the materials, what I showed you earlier. Now that that's out of the way, let's go to the scene. In here you can see the 6 different prefabs I just showed you, and when I run this scene it will create the stairs automatically. So here we go. Like you can see, all of the prefabs have different materials, different stair size, some have railing, some not, and even one without the center pillar. And there is several different things you can do with the prefabs. Let me just show you what you can do. So let me first disable all these prefabs and just bring one back to the scene, like so. Now let's put it to center, so 0, 0, 0, and like we can see, the center pillar is shown here. Okay. Now there's few different things we can do. We can change the material for the center pillar in here, and also we can do few different things like the size and position of the center pillar. Let's just squeeze this a bit, let's say 25, and let's keep the Y axis as it is. Now, as you can see, the gizmo is below the center pillar, and that means the stairs will be created here. Let me just show you quickly. So it will make them there, but that's not what we want, so let's just move this a little. Let's move the center pillar first. Let's move it, let's say halfway of the center pillar. So now it should create the stairs from the middle. Okay, now that we have that one configured, I'll show you the center pillar. This material also comes with a package. And now when we go to the options, I can show you what we have. So we have create staircase. This option will create the stairs when you run the scene. You can disable it and use, for example, colliders to trigger this event and create the stairs whenever you want. There's pause stair creation. That means it will pause the creation in any point in time you want, so you can make, let's say, some puzzle jumper with it. So it will create the stairs. When the user jumps the stair, it will create the next one, and so on and so forth. Show center pillar. This will hide the center pillar and destroy the collider with that comes with the center pillar. Also, it will destroy the collider in the stair spiral object. Now we get to the stairs, and in here we have the stair colliders. So it will create the collider for every stair if you enable this, but in this case we don't want it because we have angled stair colliders also. This helps you if you have some problems with colliders in your character controller, so you should use this. You can try either one, whatever you prefer. Then there's a rigid body for every stair object, and if you have this enabled you can also use gravity. with the rigid body and set the rigid body to kinematic so they don't move. But let's keep this as it is. Next one we have the amount of stairs, and let's just change this, let's say, to 50. And next we have the rotation direction of the stairs, so it's this one is counterclockwise. You can use either one. If you disable it, it will go the opposite direction. And the next one is if the stairs will go up or down, and let's keep this up. Start position angle, it's 180 degrees, and in this case it means it starts from the right side of the pillar. And also the current angle, it will change this value when you run the script, so it will change the angle to what it is at the moment. Then there's the total angle, and it will tell you how many times it will rotate around the pillar. And let's put this to, let's say, 720 degrees, so it should go twice around the pillar. Move stairs inside pillar means that you can move the stair in the x-axis. So if you want the stair inside the pillar or far away from the pillar, this option will enable you to do so. Stair size is with the 3 different axes, so width, height, and depth of the stair. Vertical range between means the range between 2 stairs if you don't want the stairs on top of each other, so you can change this one. You can also set this to 0 and use higher stairs or whatever pleases you. Then there's the animation, and there's animation for all of the axes in question. So it will create, let's just keep the size as it is, and let's disable the width animation, so it will now show you the animation. If you would enable this, it would be instant, so no animation there. Then there's the stair material, the material stair uses, and that's all for the stairs. Next, let's move to panel setup. And panel means it's a panel on front of the stairs, so you can make different looking stairs. And let's keep these enabled. Also, there's a create panel for front mesh, which means that the front panel can also have different mesh. So if the whole panel have some mesh and you want some kind of different looking front facing panel, you can just use this one. Also, if you disable this panel, it will create the mesh in size of the stair if you want the mesh but not the panel. If you use the panel, it will create the mesh size of the panel. Then there's the panel collider, rigid body, gravity, kinematic, as was with the stair, and panel size. This should be same width and as the stair was, but the height you can just figure out what you want to do with it. I set it to 0.7 in this case because the size of the stair is 0.3 and the vertical range between is 0.4, so it's 0.7 total. And this way it will show you that the stairs are on top of each other. Next, we have the materials for the panel and for the mesh. You can change these in here. You can use whatever you like. These come with the package, but let's keep it as it is. Then there's the railing for the stairs, and this option will enable both railing and the railing handle. If you disable it, it will disable both. But the colliders come for the railing and for the handle separately, so you can You can use whatever you like. Normally I would you make the railing good size for the controller, so you don't need the railing collider, because you can use the handle collider and it will keep the user on the stairs and not drop down. But there's also rigid body gravity kinematic for both the railing and the handle. Then there's the rail height, and with this you can change it to so that the controller can't drop down. The railing also has the animation, and let's just enable the animation for this, so disable the instant scaling. And railing handle with the railing both have different materials also. Then there's this gizmo I showed you earlier, and with it it will be easier to figure out where the stairs will start. Alright, I haven't tested this before, this setup, so let's see where and how it will create the stairs. So it will start in the middle like we said earlier, and there's the animation for it in x-axis. Also, like I said, I didn't test it before, so there's a little room between the stairs in horizontal axis. But like we can see, the stairs come out nicely, so does the panel. So here is the panel front mesh, and the stair itself. Also the handle and railing. Like you can see, there's the collider for the handle, but not for the railing. Okay, so it went a bit over the center pillar, but you can see how this works, and here you can see also the different colliders. Here's the angled collider for the stairs I mentioned earlier. It will make two of the colliders because the angle of the stairs, so if you don't need it, you should just use the normal stair collider, because it only uses one collider, not two per stair. Okay, now we can also just make a little change for this. So let's say we use clockwise rotation, and let's make the stairs go down, but let's keep the other options as they were. So let's run this again. Okay. Yeah. So there they go. Oh, I forgot one thing. I should have changed the axis to negative for the stairs if we wanted them to go down. If you disable this on the run before you run it, it will go as they should to down. But if you run it before and you run it again, it will keep the same setting because it's in the start option. The way you can do it, if you enabled this before, you could change the vertical range between and stair size both to negative values like it's in here. It will change them automatically if you disable the stairs go up earlier, but if you run it, it won't do it because it's in the start option. So I can show you how we got them to go down. So let's get them to go up. So let's set them to positive values, and like you can see, the stairs will go up now nicely. So that's all of the options there was, and you can find the asset link where you can buy the asset in the description of the video. And thank you very much for listening and checking this, and have a nice day. Bye bye.